Hey guys, welcome to the Pretty Much Sisters podcast, hosted by two Welshies connected by love, not blood. I'm Hannah.
And I'm Ava, and in today's episode we'll be discussing Unwritten Girl Code, adulting, and our Roman empires. With that being said, let's get started.
I've got to keep clear my throat because obviously I have to shout in on Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
How come you're not like that?
So I don't know. So I did buy Hannah a birthday present. Obviously, we said on the podcast last week that I didn't. I did buy her birthday present, and it came literally about an hour after we filmed, so I went and dropped that off. I bought Hannah hair syrup.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, sponsor us, please. But yeah, that's my week. Honest to God, that was my week because I was stressing because I was like, I ordered it and it wasn't coming. I was like, oh my God, I need it to come. And I know they're only in Wales, so I was like, please. To be fair though, I did order it. I said I ordered it about a week ago. Like a week before her birthday, I ordered it 2 days before her birthday.
I thought that, to be honest. Definitely.
Yeah, because I actually forgot to get you something.
Oh, thanks.
So I was like, oh, no, because I tried looking for like a lounge pyjama set, but I realised they were 40 quid per.
Well, so you could only either get me the top or the bottom.
Yeah, and I thought, what's the point? Do you know what I mean? So I thought, I may as well just get you some hair syrup. And you liked it, so.
Thanks.
Yeah, I was quite
If you were ever going to do that, I'd just go for the bottoms.
I'm not going to do it though, because I'm not spending that much money on it. And then obviously we had my birthday, which was the main book the day off. Did not book the day after my birthday off. So I went into work after my 18th birthday. A little bit worse for wear, to be honest.
Did we worse for wear? You fine.
No, it hit me. It hit me. I think I was just still a little bit drunk. It hit me.
It's the tiredness. It's the tiredness that catches me.
It was the shakes that I had. Honest to God, I looked like I was in withdrawal, trying to carry over coffee cups. I was like, so my manager actually took some over from me instead.
Well, we had a lovely day. So I'll just briefly fill you in on what we did for Ava's birthday. So we met with some of our old customers from the coffee shop that most of you know us from. And then we, so we had a lovely long table in the beautiful Coco's, the new one in Merthyr, which was lush. Jinxed.
I know. It was amazing.
So, yeah, so Ava didn't know, but I said to her, what do you want to do? And she was like, oh, nobody's doing anything for my birthday. And I was like, do you want to why didn't you come to Groovement in the evening? Because I had arranged to do an event on the day of her birth. So, her birthday. Her birth?
Right. Okay, that's not a bit.
Yeah, don't know. It was in my mind. The day of her birthday. So she was a little bit fuming because I said I promised her that I'd take her for bottomless brunch. So I was like, well, why don't you just come to Groovement in the night? I was like, but let's go in the morning because our mutual friend doesn't do raving. So I was like, let's go for a nice coffee.
I don't do raving either.
But yeah, well, you did though.
Yeah, I did.
And I was like, let's go for coffee. We took my mother as well. And then I secretly messaged a couple of people who Ava loves and they love Ava too. So that then they met us there, which was really nice. And then Ava's parents turned up as well. Bought her a £50 bottle of Tatinga. Tatinga or Tatinga?
Tatinga, no?
Tatinga.
The champagne.
Yeah, I can't even say it because I'm a Moe person. I am if I was going to buy, but
I didn't know what it was.
Lush champagne. I don't really like it though, I gotta be honest.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
And we drank it anyway, didn't we? Before we went, we had and I literally must have drank about literally this much.
I drank it.
You downed mine. And then Ava just sort of like looked at the bottle and was like, oh, thanks, Mum and Dad, put it on the floor. Rachel,
I didn't put it on the floor.
I
didn't put it on the floor. I put it in the bag that Angie had bought me.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, like a gift bag.
Yeah. And then they also bought her a little chocolate cake and she gave that away as well.
Yeah, but it was because I had a birthday cake made that my parents had got me, which obviously I loved, and it's lush and it's still downstairs if you want to take home a little slice of it.
It is very, very nice.
So I just thought about the chocolate cake and I was like, I don't like chocolate cake. I think is too much. So I just thought, oh, your mum was she was a bit sad, and I just thought, oh, does she want a bit of chocolate cake? I thought, oh, that'd be lovely for her to have down your nanny's, Nanny Parker. So I just gave her the chocolate cake, and Rachel was absolutely mortified with both of those actions.
So Rachel was effing and blinded in the back. She was just mortified about the fact that you'd given away the chocolate cake that your mother just bought you. But I was like, well, yeah, my mum will have it.
And I was like, yeah, go on then.
So yeah, we had a really, really nice morning, I gotta be honest. We had a lovely catch up with a couple of people, and it was a lovely surprise for Ava because she didn't know they were going to be there. So she had a little tear. And then she came home, came to my house, we got ready, and we went...
Did we get ready? Or did I already come to your house ready and I did your hair?
Makeup again.
No, I didn't.
I thought that was quite a nice... You did?
I didn't do my makeup again.
Oh, I thought you were like, oh, can I borrow some something?
Oh, I did your lip liner. I did borrow Hannah's lip liner.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. We got ready
your hair again. And you took your trousers off.
Don't say it like that. I had shorts on, but I didn't want to walk. I was wearing those ruffled shorts that I don't even know if they're trending anymore, but I was wearing those, and I thought, oh, they are really like bummy. Do you know what I mean? Like my bum is out, so I thought, oh, I don't really want to walk into Hannah's house straight away with my bloody ass out. So I put on some trousers. I put them on in the street, mind. Literally.
What, the trousers?
Yeah. I was walking down the street and I just pulled them out of my bag and I put them on, and your neighbour saw me. So I thought he might have thought I was like a bit naked, but no. Yeah. So then I walked into your house. And then she offered me a chicken sausage and I said no. Because
maybe that's why I was so bad.
Yeah. I don't know why she was sharing chicken sausages with her dog. And then, yeah. That was it. We got ready together and then we went to Grosvenor.
Yes.
Which was just an experience in itself, to be honest.
It's the best house and disco event in the Valleys, guys. Okay, so everyone needs to come down. But Ava had been previously. She came last year because she was helping me with tickets, but didn't do any of the ticket sales anyway. No. But she did come.
Some of them.
Okay.
And then you paid me less money than you said you were going to pay me. And I split it.
So you ended up with 12 pounds.
Literally.
But yeah, she was like, oh, I just don't like it here. Everyone's like raving. You're always liking the raves. Everybody associates it with terrible things. And she was like, I don't want to come. No, I'm not going to go again. And I was like, it's your 18th birthday. I was like, you are coming. I was like, you're having some drinks. I was like, just mix in with the girls. You're going to have a good time. But to be fair, you did have a good time.
You should be proud of me. You
did have a really good time. And yeah, she was mixing with everyone. She made loads of friends. It was like, everyone loves her anyway, because obviously loads of the girls, watch that go. So yeah, she had a really, really good time. And she texted me in the night, when she got home, while she was eating her chicken dippers and sweet potato fries or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, chicken dippers and pilau rice with garlic herb sauce on the side that you get from, like, when you go to the kebab house and they have garlic sauce. I had that.
Yeah, okay. So she was text me saying, thanks for the best birthday of my life.
I was severely off my tits, guys. Like,
pardon?
Not like that. I was drunk.
Yeah.
And I just, no.
And I was like being profusely barred.
She was vomiting bad.
Because I think I'm allergic to alcohol because I had a swollen face. So
guys, she just had too many tequila shots.
No, it wasn't. I literally was like, I literally looked like that. Like
I did my first proper tequila shot.
Was it the first time you ever done one?
Oh, well, no, I've done tequila, but like I've never like done the salt
with
and
the
the
salt.
lemon.
Yeah.
And then I had 2 Jaeger bombs.
I know. I walked to the bar at one point, lost Ava mine, walked to the bar at one point, and she was doing Jaeger bombs with this with a random girl that she'd met. And I was like, really now, she is definitely mixing.
Yeah, no. She was lovely though. She just...
That was Heidi's sister there, so Heidi watches this as well, so.
Sister slash babe. No, she just came up to me and she's like, you alright? She's like, oh, you okay? Do you want a drink? And I was like, no, it's okay. And she's like, I'll get you a drink. What do you drink? And I was like, oh, vodka Red Bull then, please. And then she come down. I thought she'd forgotten. And I thought she would forget. Like, you know what I mean? I thought it was just a passing comment. And then she came down and she gave me a drink. And then she sat at me and she's like, you didn't tell me it was your bloody birthday? Oh my God, happy birthday. And then I'm seeing her. I went for a wee, which I consistently kept on doing. And she just ordered me a Jaeger bomb. So it was actually
bonding.
And she was like, and I was like, I've never done the Jaeger bomb before, so I was like, what do I do? And she's like, just drink it.
Well, so you said to me, you were like, I don't know what to do with this. I was like, well, you drink it. The one bit goes into the other. That's what I always used to drink when I was in uni.
Oh,
Jaeger bomb after Jaeger bomb.
I think that's what made me sick, you know.
Yeah, because I think that, like, really that goes on to, like, our topic of the unwritten girl code, because I think girls just completely, like, although, like, I think guys, I'm not saying that they don't, you know, sort of pal up with each other, but I think girls are so much more like, you know, you meet them in the bathroom and it's like, oh, you know, you still get to know them and blah, 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 blah. So I think that, like, we should move on to that, but you need to tell this story of what happened to you at the end of the night before we went home.
It was so bad. So me and Hannah went to the toilet and because we were like, oh yeah, we're going to go now. We went home pretty early.
Yeah.
To be fair, but it was still like longer than I thought. I said to Han at the beginning, I was like, I'm going to be going by 8:30 now. Right?
I know.
And she's like, no, you're not going. Anyway, so we went to the toilet and then, so I was waiting for Hannah to go in first because I didn't really need one. And then I was waiting outside and I had 2 waters with me. She'd come out, she's like, I've just been sick. I was so ill. She drank some water. She's like, I'm going to have to go back in. So she went back in.
And your dad was going round, when he was going around the roundabouts and that on the way home. Oh, God, it was awful.
Tell me why. Anyway, so I was with the waters by the bloody fruity machine. and I was like, you know, when I was holding on to it.
Those girls walked in before you as well.
I was fuming. I was going to punch someone. Honest to God, I was fuming. Anyway, so I was on the fruity machine. Honestly, like, you know in those movies, where, like, the men by the toilet, they're on the sink, and they've just, like, washed their face with water, and they're, like, huffing in the mirror, like, that's what I felt like, but I was by the fruity machine, head down, and I thought, oh my God, I'm going to be sick. Left the waters, which I was really scared about, but I left the waters, because I wouldn't do that usually. Left the waters, and I ran. I didn't run because my shoes were killing me, but walked straight through the doors, got to the bit of the pavement, went like that, and it just come out. It was red because I'd be drinking vodka with cranberries, and it just poured out of me.
Like, I literally clung to like one drink the whole night, and she was like telling me off. I literally had that one drink in the beginning, and then I clung to one, and then you spilt one of mine anyway. Like at the end. Yeah, you knocked the vodka and Diet Coke out of my hand. I literally probably only had one full drink all night, and those 2 tequila shots?
3.
Oh, 3. But, like, literally, the spew.
Oh, honest to God. So, literally, in front, mind you, obviously everyone's outside having a fag, whatever, loads of people, and as I'm spewing, all I hear is, in front of everyone, bang, centre stage, right? All I hear as I'm vomiting, and it's gone all down me, it's all over my hand because I tried to catch it for some stupid reason. It's on my...
Were you around the corner or anything?
No, I was front stage.
Oh no.
And all I hear is, oh, go on, girl, get it up, love, get it up. Oh, there she goes. I can't think about it because it's making me go. Anyway. And so I'm mortified. And then I go to turn a little bit more, spew again, a little bit further down, and then I make it down to the corner, and then I vom in the corner again.
You just walked back into me, you were like, I just spewed in my hands. I was like, welcome to adulthood.
Literally. One of the girls went to go and hug me, and I was like, stay back, babe. I've just been sick. She's like, oh, don't worry about it. Do you want a mint? I was like, yeah. And then my dad texted me, and then he dropped us home. Brilliant. But in the bloody car, I was telling my dad, I was like, see that wet patch there? Yeah, that's where I've just been sick.
Oh, no.
Yeah. It was
you didn't need to know that.
I know, but it was disgusting.
But come on, like, who hasn't been sick on their 18th birthday? Like, I said to Ava, I was like, you know, it's not the night to be in your soft girl era. Come on now. It's, you know, if you're 18, we gotta go for it tonight. Well, she has.
Yeah. She did,
I
but
didn't.
she ended up worse than me the next day.
Yeah, but I do think I have got something wrong with me. I do. Because that's not right, like, to drink that much and feel like that. But yeah, I'm just glad we said, like, for my 18th, I remember I got carried out of the rugby club, you know, because I was that smashed. So I wanted Ava to sort of experience that a little bit of, because she's very sensible, and I'm like, it's just too sensible sometimes, you know.
I was good, and I bonded, I mixed, and
you needed to, because like loads of people watch it. So I was like, and because loads of people come up to us and loads of people were saying, oh, I know who you are anyway. Like,
yeah, so that was my birthday, but I really enjoyed it. Yeah, I went in a bit hesitant because I was like, oh God, what am I going to be like now? Like, am I going to be, you know, weirdo in the corner? But I was okay. I mean, it took me like 2 hours to like adjust. But
yeah. But I thought I'd just leave you do your thing, because otherwise I would have just been like pandering to you all the time.
Yeah.
I just thought I'll just leave her like sit there for a little bit. But to be fair, you weren't long on your own, were you, at all? Everybody was just coming over and talking to you.
Yeah.
Because, again,
true.
They know you. But I think we should talk about the unwritten girl code now.
That does lead on perfectly to unwritten girl
code. I love how I'm like saying, I think we should talk about this when none of this is my idea this week.
No.
So, unwritten girl code.
Should I start because you don't know what you're talking about?
Yeah, go on then. I do. I feel like there's loads to say about it, though.
So we're just going to list a few things that we think are unwritten girl code and whether we agree with each other. Obviously, different generations, different versions of girl code, I think. I think girl code's very prominent right now. I don't know whether it was very prominent back when you were a teenager. No, when you were a teenager. Don't put words in my mouth now. But yeah, girl code for me will always be checking each other if they need it, like making sure, you know, drinks are covered, drinks are okay, making sure, you know, nothing on the face or the teeth. My big one for me is if they say to delete a photo, you delete the photo. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, if you're taking a group photo, take it as many times as that one, if that one person needs it or somebody else, until everybody's happy with the photo. Like, I hate when you take a photo and someone looks really ugly and then you post it.
Yeah, no, that would have been me back in the day.
Yeah, because you've done it last week. So yeah, that's one thing I think, like, you know, if somebody asks me to delete a photo, I will delete it. And like, I would expect vice versa, but you know, you haven't done it. And she's oh my God. My thing is, like, don't tell other girls' secrets. Like, if somebody says, oh, I like that person or stuff like that, like, don't go for it. I also think, like
a deep one.
Yeah, no, like, just, you know, respect each other's boundaries and just girl codes and stuff like that. And if somebody comes up to you and pretends to be your friend, even if it's a random girl, go along with it. Don't say, who the fuck are you? Just say, like, yeah, hi babe, how are you? Because you never know what that situation is.
Yeah. I think for me, girl code when I was younger, say on like a night out or something like that, was a little bit of an example of what Heidi's sister was like with you. Very like, you know, it was very much, we just sort of all sort of got together. You know, you'd sort of invite each other, like especially in uni, it'd be like inviting each other over, like that type of thing. If I was in the bathroom, like of a club, you'd, I don't know, it's just like you'd share spray and like that type of thing. Do you know what I mean? If you always feel like as if you're like in a community with girls, there was never any sort of, oh, actually there was one time my friend actually started talking Welsh because she thought this girl couldn't speak Welsh to my other best friend. I don't think I've told you this story actually.
You haven't.
And the girls would be laughing their head off if they hear this now. So basically we were in Glam, in a nightclub in Cardiff. And there was a bit of beef between like sort of us and like the sport girls. We were the psychology girls, they were like the sport girls, and I don't know what it was, but this one girl, there was sort of like a little bit of beef sort of between, I don't even know why now, you know, you look back, you think, what was that beef over? Probably a guy or something. Anyway, we, my friend started speaking to my other friend. They speak fluent Welsh because they went to Welsh schools. I literally didn't have a clue what they were saying anyway. And she started speaking Welsh, fluent Welsh, said something like, oh, that's the girl over there or something like that. And she turned around and spoke Welsh back to her. Yeah.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
that's queen behaviour.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I know. And
Not
I was
to
like,
insult your friends, but that is so
I was
cool.
like, wow. Like, we were just literally all of us were just like, oh my God. And we're not bitchy girls. So it was just a bit of like we just didn't think it was going to happen type thing. And well, obviously I didn't anyway. I can't even speak Welsh, guys, I'm probably like year 2 level. So yeah, that was really funny actually. But other than that, I've never really had sort of any like bad experiences. And usually you just find, especially at like raves and stuff, as I got like a little bit older and I sort of was into that type of thing, it was very, very much, why are you smiling at me? It was very much like, I don't know, everybody just sort of like gathers together and like you just all feel like a community together, I suppose. And getting ready. We talked about this the other day.
Yeah.
Getting ready before a night out is probably like one of the best things ever. And I think boys will never understand that feeling. Ever.
No, never.
That feeling of getting ready together, saying like, whose house are we going to go to? Grabbing a bottle before you go, like type of thing. And it's just that excitement, putting some tunes on. I just think that like used to be the best thing ever. When me and the girls went to Magaluf, on our second time, we bought the biggest bottle of vodka you can ever imagine. I think it was like literally nearly the size of me. I sent it to my mother and she was like, what the hell is that? With a big massive pump on it. And we just used to like sit, drink, play cards, giggle. Like that is literally like the best thing ever. And we just used to take it in turns then, getting ready, using the mirror, and it was just the best thing ever. And I just think like you can't really ever have that feeling like during there's nothing else like it, but I think as I've got older, I just think in terms of like unwritten girl code, I think it's just support with friends is like a massive thing. And I think girls are able to sort of give that like emotional, I don't know, that just sort of like the emotional support between each other. And that's probably something that I really appreciate with my friends. But yeah, I think like, I don't know, I think girls just got their own set of rules, haven't they, with each other? Like, you just can't help it. It's like, that is what we're like.
Yeah.
And there's just certain things that I think that guys will never get, and that's not their fault, but they just won't get it because they're a guy. And there's just like that connection between girls that we just all get it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And do you know what else I used to love? Borrowing my friends' clothes.
Oh, God, no.
Like, that was, like, another thing, like, that we always used to do. Especially, like, when you're in uni. It was just, you never find that, like, men would really do that. That's not something you would do. But, like, I'd always, like, borrow my friend's stuff.
No.
And, like, we'd, like, interchange. Even if it was jewellery, anything. Like, it would be just easy, Because you'd have, like, literally 3 sets. We were all the same size as well, which was amazing.
God, I never had that luxury, babe. All my friends are stick thin, like. Yeah, or I love when like my friends used to like borrow each other's bras and then they'd be like, do you need to wear this? I was like, like a double A, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'll really fit, love.
What size are you then?
Bra?
Yeah.
Like, I think it's like double D.
Oh, that's not like, it is obviously double D's are big, obviously, but it's not like a G.
No. No, God, no. But I know once I did actually, I had a water fight with my mate, and it was before like my tits got quite bigger, and I did borrow a bra, and honest to God, it was like genuinely, it was like a square. It was like a square, just covering the nip, and I was like, I may as well just like put some bloody stickies on. But yeah, that's my little. I'm not really a clothes borrower type of person, or shoes or jewelry. I'll just buy you if you need it.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? Borrowing shoes, yeah. Shoes is fine.
Yeah.
Everything else, that's okay, thanks.
No, I think I definitely still would if like there was something that I wanted to wear.
No,
like,
because I don't trust that it's going to come back in a nice condition that I give it to people. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I get it. Yeah, but I think you're very conscious.
You might lose it.
Why would I lose it?
I don't know. She still hasn't given me back my hair curlers that I curled her hair with.
On Saturday, I forgot they're still plugged into my wall. Keep them.
You won't, because it's interchangeable. Thank you very much. I've got 14 different bloody heads for that curler. So
my hair has like never curled so well. Where did you say that was from? Amazon?
Yeah.
It's class. Couldn't believe it. So fast. And everyone was asking me where I had my hair done. I was like, she stood over there.
Oh, bloody hell. Well, she hasn't done much with her appearance, have she? You look good.
Get off, you had space buns in.
Yeah, I know. I didn't really like them, to be honest. I regretted it afterwards. I just thought it was a lot of forehead on Joe, and I thought,
yeah, but it don't matter. It's something like that. It's hot, you know?
Yeah, it was hot. Jesus. I tell you what, I bloody sweating my bloody tits off.
With double D's off.
They'd gone down to a bloody 8 by the end of it. I was sweating the whole day, honestly. I think it was nerves. I was just sweating the whole day. I don't know why.
She was like, I was like, Ava, you're very underwhelmed. She was like, no, I'm not, I'm overwhelmed.
No, literally come home and cried.
Is anyone like that? Like, you know, do you like so Saturday you could just tell that it felt like, even though like she was just, you did enjoy it, didn't you? And you were loving it, obviously, but it was just like, her face was just like, and for the listeners, just a dead straight face. And it's like as if she just like looked nervous constantly and I was just like, why are you so underwhelmed? And she was like, no, Han, I'm overwhelmed. I was like, oh, okay, fair. I think like, because I'm quite expressive.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm like, I just sort of like, I like the first, you know, this, that, and the other. Whereas like, you're not like that, I don't think,
you. I don't like when attention is on me. I was going to call you attention whore then, but that's not what I meant to say.
No, like, it's like,
I don't like attention.
I like the fuss, you know.
Yeah, I'm
like,
not a fuss type of person.
Yeah.
I'm more like my dad in that sense. I don't like a fuss. Like, we've never liked a fuss.
Like, we were like, oh, Eve, get your present out. Like, you know, me and Rachel sat in front of her and I wanted her to open her present and, you know,
I can't stand it.
She just felt so awkward. She was looking at us like, please.
I was like, please don't. And then she's like, oh, take the plastic off it. I was like, oh, yeah, I'll do it later. It's not that, and I know that seems unappreciative, but I just genuinely didn't know how to react. I don't know how to react. Like when my mum bought me my MacBook. Oh God, I sound like a little spoiled bitch, to be honest. But, I was like, she was like, she hasn't even noticed. Oh, you don't look happy about it. And it's like, I don't know how to react in that situation. I love it. Of course I love it. But I don't know how to react because I feel really awkward. But my mum did end up opening most of my birthday presents, to be honest. So, but
some people are like that though, aren't they? Where it's like, people find it hard to accept things. And
no, I just don't like it.
Yeah.
But it was a lovely day, and obviously I love seeing people. Yeah, so I'm just not really a gift receiving person. I don't mind giving presents, but yeah, I'm not really a present.
What's your love language?
Not gift giving.
I love this question.
Not gift giving. I don't know.
Mine's not either, I gotta be honest. But
or not receiving anything, to be honest. I don't know what I never thought about it really.
Are you like words of affirmation? Are you physical touch?
Probably not physical touch. Like I do
acts
love
of service.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that's mine.
But like what you do or what you like?
No, it's what you like.
Oh no. I don't like people getting in my way, to be honest.
That's not an act of service though.
Yeah,
that's more physical touch. If you don't want people like sort of.
No, like just in general, like you know when they're like acts of service, like I don't know, like they'll tidy something for you or they'll fix something. It's like no, I can do that myself, thanks.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't know. What's the other one? Words of affirmation, physical touch.
Words of affirmation, physical touch, acts of service, gifts, and what's the fifth one? There's 5 altogether. And mine's acts of service, because I always find that.
What do you like to do though? What's your one?
What's mine? I'm probably an acts of service person as well. Like I like to do things for somebody. To sort of like make their life easier or whatever else.
Yeah.
And then probably next, what I find difficult, I suppose, is probably like words of affirmation, whereas my boyfriend quite likes he likes being told, you know, that like that type of thing, like he loves me, that I love him, blah blah blah. But then we did talk about it, and I'm probably somebody who likes that as well. But I think words of affirmation is maybe my third.
Yeah, I think if you're shown that you're loved, then you don't need to say it repeatedly. Like, if someone's saying, oh, I love you, it's like, oh, fuck off. Yeah, I get it.
But the acts of service is definitely the top one. And I think a lot of women are the same because, like, have you seen those funny videos where it's like men are walking around the house and they're doing the washing or doing the ironing and then a woman is turned on? Me and Reese talk about, like, we laugh about this all the time because it's like, as you get older,
on if Reese washes his clothes.
Well, yeah. As you get older, that's what it's like when he takes the bin out. It's like, oh, thank the Lord.
That is rank.
So we're going to talk about something that Ava wanted to do today on today's podcast again is going to be Roman empires. I'd literally never heard of this, and she said that it's gone viral, so I was very
It went viral ages ago.
surprised to hear
and it's still
that this was
prominent.
That. So yeah, do you want to start?
Are
we going to go 1 and 1 or?
Yeah, okay. So
But I don't think my second one is. You're just going to be fuming at it, to be honest. But
it's just great. Okay,
because it's things that absorb your mind. Yeah.
yeah.
Right.
Okay, mine's a bit wide. My second one's a bit weird as well.
I don't think mine's weird. I just think you. Okay. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So Roman empires is something that we as people think about a lot. Event in history, a book ending, a pop culture moment that we think about a lot that we think is more than the average person. So this is a trend originated on TikTok because loads of blokes decided to say that they thought about the fall of the Roman Empire like once or twice a week, which I think is utter lies. But then it made all these women think, what do we think about like that? So I'm quite a weird person where I think about strange things quite constantly, and they'll get in like an event or something will happen and I'll think about it continuously. So I've got 3.
Basically, you're an overthinker.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So my first Roman Empire is Gemma Collins, Bobby, Lockie, and Danielle having the argument in Towie, where Lockie goes up to Gemma and Bobby and says, and Gemma goes, "You're right, you're right," and he's like, "No, I'm not alright, I'm not alright," and she goes, "Well, you will." I continuously think about it constantly. I'm a massive Towie fan. I love Towie, and that argument sticks in my head because they dressed up in Indian like saris and stuff, and Gemma Collins is there, and Lockie's fuming, and he just goes over and he's gone red, and he's got that crazy look in his eyes that he gets, and he goes, "No, I'm not alright, I'm not alright," and she's like, "What's wrong? You will." And honest to God, that is probably my favourite Towie line ever.
Oh no, it's gotta be the one where Gemma Collins walks in, like she walks out of the swimming pool saying, "You ain't ever getting this candy."
I love that one. I love that too. This one, what's wrong? You will. And it's the way that she that like sparked something in him, and he flipped. And then I just loved it. And then she was like, "Don't you get leery with me? Who do you think you are?" And I love Gemma Collins, no matter what people say about her.
Well, that's funny because my manifestation is very Gemma Collins-like today.
I just love Gemma Collins, and that was one of my favourite Towie arguments. There's so many Towie moments I can talk about, to be honest, but that one,
I love Towie.
The Bobby, Lockie, Gemma, and Danielle. Oh, I also loved Megan McKenna's on the boat party with Chloe, the beautiful Chloe.
The one
and
who
Lydia
was
with that horrible man,
Jake.
Yeah,
Chloe Lewis.
Yeah. When they were on the
she's
boat.
very fine now.
I know.
Her husband.
But that argument, "You and your fucking French can fuck off." That when Megan says that to it's not Lydia, is it?
Lydia Bright?
I don't know if she said it to Lydia or she said it to Chloe.
No, I think it might have been Lydia Bright.
Yeah, it must be Lydia.
They were best friends.
Yeah, those were some of my favourite moments, to be honest. So that's my first Roman Empire. I think about it on average. I'd say like maybe 3-4 times a month.
Wow.
And I rewatch it sometimes too.
Well, have you got that little one saved?
Yeah.
I just loved that one though. You ain't ever getting this candy.
Love it. What's your first one then?
So my first one, you know the TV show One Born Every Minute?
Yeah.
So I've got like a bit of a phobia, guys, and like this is something that I think about always because obviously I'm a woman and you know it's natural for us to carry babies, but I'm just somebody that I'm quite frightened of doing that. And I don't know why. My auntie used to laugh at me as well because when like she'd sort of come near me with a big belly, and like, you know, where people are usually like, oh my God, like, you know, this is oh, baby. I'm not like that. Like, and I'm, you know, I love kids, I love being around them. But I am just the pregnancy thing, it does freak me out.
Yeah.
Right. And the thought of the baby coming out of the birth canal freaks me out. So one night I was this must have been going back maybe 6-7 years ago. I was casually sat on the sofa with my mother. We were starting to watch One Born Every Minute, never watched it before. And then all of a sudden I think I must have been on my phone, and then I looked up like that. Obviously the woman was screaming, and it was like, she obviously was in labour. She was screaming, and I just looked like that really close to the telly, and I was like, oh, I was like, what's that? And my mum went, well, that's the baby's head crowning, love. I was like, oh my God. I went white. I was like, no, that's disgusting. And it just come out. And I was like, that's disgusting. And I think my mum was like a little bit like taken aback at my reaction, but I was like, I can't do that. I was like, I cannot do that. Like how this head is like coming out, and you could see it. The woman was stood up giving birth.
Oh.
Yeah, so they were filming her behind, like literally, yeah, it was bad. And I think about that. When I think of birth, I think of that. And I think about that probably every other day at the minute, because I feel like my brain is surrounded with the fact that it's just full of the fact that I'm 32 and like potentially think about having children in the next couple of years. And literally that's all I can think of.
Obviously, so the act of having a baby is not... It's not disgusting.
No, it's not. It's not. It's amazing. It's amazing. But it was like, you know, obviously I just didn't expect. I think I need to witness a birth. If anybody would like wants me to come along maybe one day, because
you would be the worst partner.
No, ever. I wouldn't be, because I'm actually really strong. I'm actually really strong-minded, but I think that I don't think, no, honestly, in certain situations I am, right? And this is what my mum says. She's like, you're such a strong person. You're a lot stronger than what you think you are. But it's the fact, I don't know. It's just the pregnancy, like the baby coming out of the vagina.
You can see the hair on the end.
Yeah, it just freaks me out. But I think because I have really bad anxiety if I don't, well, that's what anxiety is, isn't it? It's like not knowing the like what's going to happen type thing. So I've got really, really bad anxiety with childbirth. And I think if I watch a child being birthed beforehand, I might feel better.
Yeah, but loads of things can go wrong.
I know, but I did say to my friends, I was like, could I come and watch yours? But they were like, well, no, because obviously you're probably going to be with our partners and mothers, like. And I was like, yeah, I know, but I just want to see one. Hats off to so many women, you know, because they're amazing at it, and they just like, yeah, literally, it obviously doesn't bother so many women because obviously we're all here, but at the moment I'm struggling with it, and I have done for a long time. So thanks to that episode of One Born Every Minute,
you just created a phobia.
Yeah. Well, okay, what's your second one?
Well, my second one's a little bit of a different topic. The Appalachian people inbreeding.
What's an Appalachian?
So Appalachia in America,
right? The
Appalachian Mountains, and there's just like a massive case of inbreeding there. Like nobody knows why, and there's just so many like mysterious things that go on, and they're like one of like the most inbred people.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's really strange, and like there's so many, and I don't understand why. I'd be like they're quite like what do you call it?
Like a cult?
No, they're not cults. They're
small community?
Yeah. But it's like they don't really mix with other places.
Okay.
They just stay in Appalachia. But like there's lots of inbreeding. And I just don't understand why, because it's in America. But it's like really strange. I think some of them turn blue from inbreeding as well.
Really?
It's really bad. But yeah, the Appalachian people inbreeding, I don't know why. It just plays on my mind a bit, because I think, why is that a thing? And
so what part of America are they?
In Appalachia.
Oh, that's what it is called, Appalachia. Right, I've never heard of this, guys, so but please bear with me.
Yeah,
this is new. This is new to me.
It for you. The truth about inbreeding. No, it is. The inbred family.
I'm going to be cancelled, Jesus.
But it's not, it's true. If they're bloody inbreeding, they are. They're inbreeding in Appalachia. It's wild. Because it's like a whole family, and they just all inbred. It's just,
People say that about the valleys, though.
Cardiff people do say that about us. I mean, we say that about the Valley people.
Valley person.
Yeah, they say about inbreeding. I don't know. I feel like there's inbreeding everywhere, to be honest. But that, I just don't know why. But there's a high population of inbreeding in such a small area.
Right.
That's what I think about a lot.
Are there any disformities?
Yeah. Oh my! It's like the whole family's deformed, like really bad. Like some of them can't walk. It's like Moon type level of inbreeding. It's mad. Why did I learn about it? I watched a documentary about it, and I just constantly think about it. I do think about that a lot, maybe like twice a week, because I just think it's so crazy. Like you wouldn't think that in the modern world. Like we all know inbreeding to be illegal. But
yeah.
It's just wild, and it's just also sad how it's just there's like children born like now. Who, it's like not like a family did this like 60, 70 years ago. It's like still going on, and that's mad to think about. That's why I think about a lot.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So that's why you're not sleeping at like 2 o'clock in the morning. Jeez.
I just get worried.
It's not too much caffeine. It's the Appalachian families. God alive.
Go on then, what's your second one? We're going to have to cut this short in a minute.
This is totally off the cuff again, guys, for me. But but my second one is Patrick Swayze's death. Do you know what? I cried over that.
Did you?
And I still can't believe that he's dead. I googled it like a million times when I found out he was dead. Because
so honest.
Pardon?
Can I be so honest?
You didn't know he was dead?
Didn't know he was dead.
No.
He's still roaming about. Like.
Cry it out if you need. Literally. I loved Patrick Swayze.
I don't be honest.
I was shown
Who's Patrick Swayze again?
Dirty Dancing, Ghost.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know he was dead.
Like, how can you have moves like that and die?
Well, because he's human.
He's tight black trousers and he died. Like, I'm not being funny. I know, but he didn't. He was God, you know. Like, right. So Patrick Swayze. Can I just say, right? My stepmother showed me Dirty Dancing. I like she showed me like how to do it, yeah. But she showed me the film. Thank you, Terry, because it's literally like my favourite film ever. But she showed me the film Dirty Dancing when I was probably about 6 or 7. And honestly, like I rewatched that film so many times, just like Grease. But I thought he was the most handsome man. I literally inspired me to like go dancing, you know, I started ballroom dancing. I loved. Yeah, I did ballroom dancing for a good few years. I said to Reese the other day, I was like, because I went quite large when I was younger, I used to feel really inferior to the other girls. And this is another topic.
Jesus.
I used to feel really, really inferior to the other girls, and I stopped when I was about 9 or 10. Because I didn't,
dancing.
Yeah, but I was actually quite good. I said to Reese, I was like, I could have been on bloody Strictly Come Dancing by now, you know. I quit because I was a big child, and I felt really inferior to all the other girls. So yeah,
I love ballroom dancing.
Yeah, cha-cha, everything.
When we get famous, you've got to go on Strictly.
Yeah, I'd love to. I'd absolutely love to.
We talked about that earlier today, actually.
Yeah, so my Roman Empire is that I still can't accept that Patrick Swayze is dead, because I love him, and I love him in Ghost, and I just think I love the way he talks. I just love I love his character in the films, and I just when I found out he was dead, I was absolutely gutted, and it's still something I think about. When Ava said go a bit more trivial, than because I was going to say budgeting.
Yeah, can you tell why I get like people will think I'm horrible for getting like shouting at you sometimes, but this is why, because I said Roman Empire, she said, "Oh, budgeting's my Roman Empire." What do you mean?
Well, I think about my expenses all the time.
Yeah, but that's just a common. That's not a Roman Empire, babe.
Yeah,
that's everyday worry.
At night, like
yes, they do.
Everything. I'm like, can I budget for that?
Yes, they do.
Okay, well, things that that make me feel really.
I'll be honest, I've never watched Ghost.
What?
No, I've only watched the
This girl is nuts.
I watched the only reason I know what happens is Ghost is because I've seen the Family Guy version when I was younger, and obviously the famous pottery sex scene.
That's it.
That's about it. Though. I only watched Dirty Dancing. I watched 20 minutes of Dirty Dancing when I was at my auntie's house. And then I just...
You've never watched Dirty Dancing?
I have watched it. I've watched 20 minutes of it, if you listen to what I previously said. But I just got bored. wasn't really for me.
You didn't watch the final dance?
No, but I
Do
you remember I used to love Keith Lemon?
All right.
And I watched his parody version of it.
That's not the same. It's not the same as seeing Patrick Swayze in his tight... I know you're not really going to care, but in his tight black trousers.
I don't care if he's wearing tight black trousers because I don't care what he's got in them. Do you know what I mean?
Come on, girl.
Not deep. It's true.
Oh my god. Come on though, like, who doesn't want to watch Patrick Swayze in his tight black trousers? Yeah. So, and I'm going to call it quits there. I'm not doing another one because that's a big one for me.
Yeah, I'm not. I was going to do another one, but I feel like I think it's time to end this now.
I love that though. I love the Roman Empires. It's so good.
Yeah, because I've been telling you it's so good and you didn't believe me.
Yeah, because I thought I had to think about like stuff that I always think about.
No.
And I was like, oh god, I gotta talk about like the fact that I'm 32, millennial and all that again, you know?
Yeah. What's your guys' Roman Empire?
Yeah.
Let us know. We'll put a little box out on our Instagram story. Go and follow us on Instagram at Pretty Much Sisters Podcast. We will put a little question box. You tell us your Roman Empires and we'll discuss the next episode at the beginning.
Yeah, definitely. I think that'd be really cool. Do we want to end with our manifestation today?
We do. So
okay, I'm going to get my phone for this, guys, because I've got mine on here.
Go for my manifestation. I feel like I need to set up for this because it's actually quite poetical, to be honest. So manifestation for the week is: I release what no longer serves me. I let go of pain and doubt, but instead welcome healing, growth and joy. And I feel like that's prominent. I'm going into my 18th year of living.
Well, you're going into your 19th year, love. Just so you know.
I'm an adult, okay? I'm an adult. Let it go. Bringing in healing and growth. Come on now, Ave. Don't stoop. That's so annoying.
I'm just saying no.
Correction.
That's a Roman Empire.
That's my Roman Empire. It's how much Hannah corrects everything I say and do.
I just find it really hard to listen to you talk like that because you just need like such a bit baddie. Do you know what I mean?
No.
No, you don't want to hear what Ava has to say sometimes, guys. Okay, so now she's in her healing journey.
Yeah. Mind you, literally probably 2 days ago, I was talking about thieving and how I'm going to
shove in things at people's backside so far they comes out their mouth. So, you know, but I'm welcoming joy and growth. So mine is be the bad bitch who wakes up each day.
Oh my gosh!
I myself with a vision and an intention to bring it to your reality. Bad bitch vibes, not taking no shit from no one. Right, we'll be back in 2 weeks, and Ava's going away actually on Monday. So we'll have some stories from the Scilly Isles. Camping. Yeah. So take care, have a great 2 weeks, and
hope you enjoyed this episode, guys. Make sure to follow us on all our socials.
Okay.
Let's do a little promotion for ourselves. Make sure to follow us on our Instagram and TikTok at Pretty Much Sisters Podcast. We hope you enjoyed this episode and we will see you in 2 weeks. Bye
everyone.